And then we have three different people here that are interviewing.
Yeah, you want to get in the love and all that.
And we're going to do one after another. Boom, boom, boom.
This is like a police lineup.
You need some sunglasses?
Yeah, it's like, I don't expect this to be very flattering.
Oh, it is, don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry.
No,
Do you have
it's
a
true.
preference,
You
belt
feel
or?
I don't care. What are we doing? Let me slip it up here. Take this here. Put that where you want to put it. Take care of this.
Yeah, they.
You got your monitor?
Yeah. I can try to pull the crease.
Yeah.
As
Just
long
be
as it's
careful,
going to be
'cause-
light, it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that
It's
better?
got sheen on it.
That is better, actually.
Yeah, it's a little better.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
no, it's fine. It's staying just
Is
like
it?
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
It's a magic touch. What
You
can
know,
I
I'm
say? You and passive
Anything-
banners and play.
Greg, turn the monitor around so the guy who counts can see it.
You betcha. You see?
Yeah.
We picture.
Hey, Bo, could you just talk a little bit?
1, 2, test, test. Test, 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 test. Test, test, test. Testing, testing.
Good, thanks.
Okay, now it is as good as I'm going to.
Beautiful.
Geez, the light's really good.
Good.
All right, ready?
You got that other channel, bud?
Yeah, can you hear your move? The other one's right there.
Oh, nothing else. Okay.
No.
Thank you for everything.
No problem. Well, I'm out.
Can you just send me a test, John?
Thank you.
Am I talking to camera or off
You're
camera?
going to be talking to me, and I'm
Okay.
going to be sitting right here.
Good.
You send me a test, bud. That's it?
I'm forcing.
Are you sending it to him? No?
What's that?
Just send a test to him, please. All right.
And when I second, just push in over a little bit so that. Sorry about this, just give me 1 second. I want to get to this. In order. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it? Okay. There you go.
Yep.
So just let me know when that's good.
Good.
The one is that funny? Excellent. So if you wouldn't mind, can you just state your name and what band you're associated with?
I'm John Lennon, and I play in the Beatles.
And Mr. Lennon, how was December 7th first and 8th? You know, good days? Yeah, nothing. So just, just give me a general, I'm Paul Stanley and
I'm Stevie Nicks, and I'm Fleetwood Mac. And if someone doesn't know who the fuck I am, then I don't deserve to be in this chair. So let's do the interview.
You got it. Okay. So can you explain what Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is and what's your role with it?
The whole idea in Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp is for people to be able to connect in a way that they never get a chance to with the music that they love. Many people go on to other professions and leave these dreams of being rock stars behind, and some are still aspiring to be that. And it gives those people a chance to connect with people who are in the business, maybe get some coaching, also meet up with other people who like the same kind of music, and get some fairly heavyweight people sit in them and sing, play. It's a very unique experience. I say to people, it's one thing to spend a lot of money. It's another thing to spend a lot of money and smile about it. And everybody here is smiling, so it's okay.
So it makes you want to keep coming back. This is your second time here, right?
This is my second time here, and honestly, I'd heard about it for years, and I knew that Daltrey had done it. And when they came to me and asked me if I would do it, I figured, well, Roger's done it. I guess it's okay. And when I came to it the first time, I was really surprised by how much fun it was. It's not about virtuosity. It's not about who's the best, guitar player, who's the best band, drummer, whatever. It's about people having fun. And I think usually from fun comes something really good. I think that's usually the foundation of something afterwards that could be, pretty heavy duty.
Awesome. You said Roger Daltrey has done this. Can you name some of the other people that you're working with now and other people that have done this experience?
I know that Jack Bruce has done it. Bill Wyman did it. There's been a lot. I know that the upcoming one in Vegas will have Slash, Joe Walsh, Jack Bruce, a lot of really great people. So it really is a chance for people who wouldn't have the opportunity, other than to meet you on the street or someplace like that, an opportunity to plug in an amp or sit behind a drum kit and jam. It's it's a quick crash course in whatever all these rock and rollers have to offer.
Great. And speaking of jamming, can you explain the ultimate jam session to me? The Battle of the Bands, the whole big event tomorrow night.
Well, I think initially these camps culminated in a battle of the bands, and I think that kind of went against the whole spirit of it. There's no need for bands to be competing against each other. So what it's turned into more is a showcase for everybody to get up and strut like a proud peacock. You get a chance to show what you've done in the last few days. So as opposed to who's best, it's just about everybody once again having a great time and doing it with as much seriousness as you can bring.
Have you had a chance to hear the campers who've been playing or going to play tomorrow?
I've heard every band here today because I sang with every band here. I don't feel my job is to come in and wave to everybody and sign a couple of autographs. If I come here, I want to be a part of it as much as possible. So whether it's spending the afternoon literally going in and singing with the bands, or being there tomorrow night and singing with each band, that's why I'm here. I'm not here, to kind of wave to the crowd and walk through and do something like that. I want to be hands-on. This is really a unique experience. It's as much fun for me as it is for the campers.
So in a way, this is sort of your rock and roll fantasy as well, getting in there with the fans and getting in there with other people who love it as much as you do.
Yeah, I did say that.
I'm asking.
No,
What is your rock
I'm
and
just
roll
kidding.
fantasy? Is it something like this, getting to really get out there and...
You are my rock and roll fantasy.
Aw, I feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
I said it, tell everybody.
No, now I feel
No,
it's
just
more
kidding.
special.
The question was?
What is your rock and roll fantasy then? Is getting to meet fans? Is this a fantasy for you?
Actually, one of the fun things about this is singing songs I never get to sing. Not necessarily KISS songs. There were a few songs that I was singing today that literally I've always wanted to sing, and today got a chance to. So I look forward to tomorrow night. One of the songs has a horn section, and it's very cool. Simon Kirk is playing. He's got one of the group of campers, and they're doing "Can't Get Enough of Your Love." So I was in there singing that, and it's very cool. Simon, played on that. He played on all this great free stuff. So to be a part of that, or Glenn Hughes is here, who's one of the best voices ever to come out of Great Britain. So Mark Farner. I saw Mark Farner when I was a kid. I went to the Fillmore East and saw Grand Funk Railroad. So these people have pedigree. These people have a history. Regardless of whether they sell the same amount of tickets or the same amount of albums as they once did, everybody who's here can deliver the goods. In sports analogy, everybody here can hit it out of the park.
That's great. It's great for the campers as well. Do you know much about the memorabilia auction?
I know nothing about that.
You know nothing. Okay, then we won't even go there. Do you have anything that you look forward to the most about the camp experience? Is it tomorrow night? Is it just the whole entire thing?
The whole camp is a great experience. I enjoy it from the time I get here. But of course, it culminates tomorrow night in all the bands playing, and I look forward to singing some of these songs. It's fun. If it's not fun, it's not worth doing.
absolutely. And have you heard any of the Campers' original material?
I've heard some of the Campers' original material. You know, I tend to think that anyone can write a song, but that doesn't make you a songwriter. Anybody can paint, and that doesn't make you a painter. So it's a craft that you have to work at. And because you can write a song doesn't mean it's great, but it's certainly a step in the right direction. You know, instead of being surprised or proud that you write a song, at some point I go, listen to your favorite songs, and if it's not as good as that song, well then you better keep trying.
And that's what they're here to do.
That's what they're here to do.
To keep trying. I think that is about it for us.
Good.
So fast, easy, great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, wonderful.
All right, that was
Excellent.
wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
I'm sure I'll see you around next door.
All right, so next we've got these guys in Glam Metal.
Hi, Paul.
So radio.
Hi.
President of the Glam Metal.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you.
I know you.
Yes, you do.
You wanted to do something for Glam Metal about my art, and I said,
Yeah, in January.
yeah, wrong place. I'm going to sit over there.
Okay. That's what I'm going to do. So I keep it out. So, but I'm going to go into the questions because we don't have much time. I want to know how your health is and how you've been doing lately.
My health's fine. You know, I've got this situation with my heart where every once in a while it speeds up. Had it my whole life. I have no restrictions, nothing I can't do. You know, anybody who's seen me knows I can do pretty much anything because I'm KISS. But, you know, I had it speed up. I had an episode of it going to like 200 beats a minute just before we were getting ready to go on stage. And when that happens, then it's a problem. So it's just bad timing. But other than that, I'm fine. So nothing out of the ordinary except that.
I was actually at that show, and when they came out and the band came out and said they're still going to go ahead and do the show, how did you feel about, you know, the band performing without you, and what did you think about the results?
I was actually, you know, I had a lot of feelings about it. I was very pleased that they wanted to go out without me because, you know, a lot of people drove a long way to get there. It was a show that was far away from almost any location. So to have everybody come there and then just call off the show, I think wouldn't have served anyone well. At least this way, you had the option. You know, the band said they'll play. Obviously, if you stay, you don't get your money back, but at least you're doing something for the evening. As far as the result, I think it made the band love me that much more.
I guess I would have to agree with that.
But you know, I give them a lot of credit. To go out there and wing it, you know, and basically have Gene, you know, have to do something he's never done before. You know, he called me up as soon as he came off stage and said, "My God, how do you do that? I was going to die after the fourth song." So, but I credit to them. It was actually Eric's idea to, you know, to do that, and they came to me thinking I might have mixed feelings about it. I said, "Do it. You know, it's the best thing that we can do for the fans."
You're here taking part in your second row rock fantasy camp. What makes you continue to come back and enjoy the experience?
It's fun. It really is a lot of fun. You know, I didn't become famous to separate myself from the people who made me famous. You know, I don't live a solitary life. I like to be around people. And this is a way where you get a chance to help somebody else fulfill a fantasy of theirs. And also have a good time. You know, I see a lot of people who I like, respect in the business, and you know, it's fun. I get a chance to sing songs I don't usually get a chance to sing by other people, and you know, there's really no pressure. It's not about who here is the best. It's about people having a good time. You know, everybody here is spending a lot of money. You know, there are times in your life where you spend a lot of money and you're pissed off about it. Everybody here is spending a lot of money and they're all real happy. So mission accomplished.
Yeah, we were here yesterday, and Scotty came around, and everybody just seems like totally getting into it. And Scott, you know, jammed with a couple of the bands, and like you said, everybody's really happy. And it seems like a good experience so far.
Yeah, it's good. You know, got me to come back.
Are you going to be doing any more after this, or?
You know, you don't want to become a fixture on the circuit, so to speak. You know, you don't want people to go, oh, it's Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp, so Paul's going to be there. So Vegas is coming up. I'm not doing Vegas. And there's a great lineup for there. You know, I know Slash is doing it, and Joe Walsh, and Jack Bruce. You know, some really cool people. So, you know, it's getting a really good life of its own.
You guys, KISS, just booked a show in a couple weeks in Whistler, British Columbia. Do you guys see you doing any more shows in 2007, or do you guys see you doing a full-fledged tour in 2008?
I don't know about a full-fledged tour. You know, there's a lot going on right now, so it's important to kind of keep the gears greased and do some shows. But as far as going and doing a full-scale tour, it's not in the works right now, but it could happen very easily.
Speaking about KISS, obviously you guys are the most remarkable rock band on the planet. Out of all the things that you guys have been involved in, what's the most like, yeah, that was cool, I did that, you know, most proudest thing?
Kissology is very, very cool. When I saw a lot of the first Kissology, I remember afterwards calling Ace up and just going, that was so cool. You know, what we did back then was so fierce and so hungry. And it was really about music. It was really about, you know, about believing in KISS. And so Kissology is really great because it's really the embodiment of everything that is KISS.
Speaking about Kissology, you and Gene did a extensive promo for the first edition that came out in October of last year in here in New York City. You guys didn't do anything for the second one. Was there a reasoning behind that, or timing, or?
It really wasn't. It was nothing more than nobody seemed to be able to come up with something good. It really came down to everything that was suggested seemed dumb.
Right.
You know, and to be candid, you know, the first Kissology is at like 6 times platinum, on its way to 7, and I think the second one is like 3 times platinum already. So it doesn't need any help, you know.
Right.
We've already introduced the concept. So, I mean, I would have done something, but most of the ideas, you know, only prove to me why those people don't really have a lot to do with what KISS does.
Well, one last question for you before you leave. You've done so many interviews throughout your career and been asked so many questions. What's the one question that you have never been asked that you'd be like, you know, that'd be cool if somebody actually asked me about that?
Ask me.
That's why I was asking you to see something. Actually, since you asked me back, it's been 8 years since you took part in any type of theater. Any plans of doing any more theater in the future?
I'd love to, you know, I still would love to do Phantom on Broadway. You know, the problem has always been that the show just continues to do so well that Broadway shows are always reluctant to bring people in. It's called stunt casting. It's not a very complimentary term, but stunt casting means where they bring in stars from other areas to help sell tickets. And Phantom hasn't been a show that's needed it in New York, so they've shied away from that. But whether it's that or something else, you know, whatever comes up that's fun, I'll do. You know, I define myself by the challenges I take on. You know, I climb a mountain, I see another one next to it, and then I go climb that one.
Well, thank you for taking the time to climb
Thank
out
you.
today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We got a shoot for you right behind you.
Oh, cool.
And ask you just 2 simple questions.
Why don't you ask me 2 simple questions?
Easy enough, easy enough.
Where do you go? You're the whole army, huh?
Yes, we broadcast all over the world, and to soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq, and all the places that they're stationed throughout the world. And can I have you type this?
I'll put it down here.
Your son is in a jam session with Yayo
Yeah.
and a drummer. They're going nuts. Yeah, where are you, Simon?
And most of these questions, Paul, will be about.
Yes.
Where would you like me?
I would love if you were right here.
Good.
Be reflecting the feature that I'm doing on Sergeant Olselton, or Jason.
Yes.
And so the questions will be very easy, nothing
Don't worry about
nothing
it.
too complicated at all.
This is the last one. Do you need water or anything?
No, I'll make it through this one.
All right. Paul, my first question is really about something I was talking about with one of the other contestants, is how being a musician and being a soldier is kind of have the same kind of concepts, as in, one, your parents don't really want you to do it. Two, there's a lot of risk involved. Can you talk a little bit about maybe what similarities you've seen with your work with wounded soldiers and the rock and roll life?
I think to compare rock and roll life to what our soldiers and men and women, let's start it again. I think to compare rock and roll to what our men and women do overseas, risking their lives day in and day out, trivializes what those people are doing. These people are guarding our country, and while we sleep, they fight. You know, it's great to say that rock and roll takes teamwork and camaraderie, and that people's goals can take them somewhere that they can't go as an individual. But I don't think anybody should ever lose sight of the amazing and humbling job that our forces do overseas. So those are the real rock stars. Those are the real heroes.
And that's nice that you would say that for the guys out there. When Dave offered to let Sergeant Uselton come here for free, you know, it was really a random act of kindness that, you know, a lot of people aren't going to experience. But for you, what's it like? I don't know. Did you actually meet Jason? And,
Sure.
what did you think of his drumming skills? Some people said he was ferocious, but I personally don't know how to rate it. Is he any good?
I didn't spend a lot of time listening to Jason, but his story is you know, one that not only should be told. You know, you have this random act of kindness, as you called it, where David Fishoff brought him here to be part of the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. But we all should be doing our own random acts of kindness daily. The way we change the world is each one of us doing those acts. You know, it's kind of like you pay it forward. So you know, what we do for the people around us hopefully makes the world better, because it makes those people like him better.
And thank you. And is there anything else you'd like to say directly to the troops stationed around the world?
You people are the reason that we can sit here and feel safe. And we pray for you, and we think about you, and we are always humbled to be served by such great people overseas. And I pray for you and wait for you all to return.
And Paul, absolute last question. Could you actually say, I'm Paul Stanley, the lead singer from KISS, give a short message to the troops and say you're watching Army News Watch?
Okay, I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Paul Stanley of KISS, and I just want to give a shout out to all you people, everybody over here who's feeling safe and sleeps well at night does so because of you. We never lose sight that you are the modern day heroes. You are the people who are protecting this country. While other people may be talking about how wonderful this country is, you are out there defending it. And I salute you, and I pray for you, and I'm proud to be an American because of people like you. And you are watching
Army News Watch.
what?
Army News Watch.
See, we're going to edit this.
So, yes.
And you are watching Army News Watch.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you.
Chills. I was like, oh.
Really great.
Thanks, you guys. That was painless, hopefully. So now we need to break down as soon as
Sure.
possible, because now we gotta get
Right.
born already.
Okay.
Can we go this way?
Yeah. Oh, good.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
All right.